Good morning, you guys. I'm trying to get my hair together. I was trying to be cute today, y'all. Anyways, so I've been playing counselor for the last week. And it's not a bad thing because I love my friend. I love her. She's an amazing woman. I think she just needs, somebody to talk to and to understand what she's going through. And, I think I like when I help people like this because, some people, they need an outside opinion and source sometimes. And sometimes they don't realize that there's a bigger picture than what they're seeing and what the other person is seeing, right? There's a bigger picture. And especially when it comes to relationships, it gets sticky really, really fast. People's emotions are high. People are angry, hurt, delusional. It's a myriad of things. And it's like when you've been involved in something like this little weird trio thing, and it's like you're not really part of it, but like again, it's like you're kind of part of it, even though you don't really want to be a part of it. You tend to you see things that the other two parties don't see at all. And it's like you could tell, and when somebody loves somebody, you could tell. And it's like you even though you love your friend and you want her to be happy and you want her to have everything her heart's desires, but I also know that even with all of that said, even though she says she hates and doesn't want to be around this person, it's like, but I can see it. And I understand there was issues and stuff, but at the end of the day, I say don't let the little things. It's always the little things that create the major problems. So don't ever just let the little things slide. You have to address all the little elements before it becomes a bomb. Okay, you have to. And it's not. And I know sometimes it feels like it's not fair, and it feels like you're the one folding. But in reality, being the bigger person is actually the best thing ever. And when you both can be the bigger person, I feel like something beautiful happens at that point. That's just how I feel. Like, even when my own marriage is not perfect, I'm not a perfect wife. My husband's not a perfect man either. But like, we try to tackle all the little nuanced things first, before they escalate. And if something really big comes around and like really threatens our marriage, like we get angry, we holler, we yell, but we also try to regroup and lock back in and figure it out. We have to dissect that shit, because at the end of the day, we have children. Your children deserve both parents. Your children deserve a solid home. And I'm not saying stay with somebody who's abusive or insane or psycho, but if there's any inkling of love there or any way that you can stay together and you guys can love each other, I feel like that's the best thing to do. Try to work it out. And like I said, like if you're to the point where it's like just not working, then I get it. Then it's time to co-parent properly, without just that. What I realized dealing with family and friends and stuff, and then just watching other people when it comes to co-parenting, is always one who is just hurt. Like they really are in love. They love this person and they're hurt. And people process pain and hurt in different ways. And it took me a long time because when I was hurt, and it took me a while to process a lot of stuff when I was hurt. I wasn't really trying to understand. I wasn't trying to open my mind to any other possibility. My whole goal was to hurt the other person. And after you've healed, and sometimes just because you heal doesn't mean you forget either. And just because you heal doesn't mean you have to go back. Healing just means that you yourself are able to function and be okay with not either having up this person or not being able to do something. It's just a process that everybody goes through. And once you're healed, you're going to look at life a lot differently. You're going to look at life with more enthusiasm. You're going to understand that not everything lasts forever. So don't let this pain consume you. You know, I used to let pain and anger and like bitterness consume my life. And I had to let go of that shit, because if I didn't let go of it, I wouldn't be able to be a good like businesswoman. I wouldn't be able to function in my marriage. I would have been a horrible mother. You know, you have to let that shit go. And if somebody else is being toxic in your life, like your spouse, any friends or family, you're most likely gonna have to let that shit go too, because at the end of the day, it's not worth it. You don't want to ever say anything you're going to regret later, or do anything you're going to regret later. You don't want to regret not being able to live life to the fullest. And that's what I try to get my friends and my family who are going through struggles to see. And I'm not sitting up here saying like I figured it all out, because I have not figured it all out, but I've seen enough and gone through enough to know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There is a North Star. There is peace on the other side if you welcome peace. If you're going to keep your guard up and you're not going to welcome peace, then you're asking for the drama. You're asking God to not help you at the end of the day, you know? But if you're truly ready to let go of your pain, remorse, bitterness, resentfulness, and thrive, and for women, thrive, you're gonna have to let that shit go to thrive in your femininity and to rest in the femininity God gave you. You're gonna have to let that shit go. You're gonna have to, because if you're not gonna let that go, how are you supposed to move on to another relationship? How are you supposed to be a good mother if you are one? How are you supposed to be a good friend to somebody? How are you supposed to love yourself at that? You know, you don't want to live like that. You don't want to live like that. But anyways, I'm getting ready to go into the store. I got to pick up a couple of groceries. I'm going to cook tonight. And no, I'm not going to cook tonight. I'm cooking tomorrow. I'm adding some sausage since my son ate up all the sausage out of the food last night. So I'm buying some more sausage to add. Tomorrow, I already have stuff what I'm going to cook for we're going to have for dinner for the next 4 days already. But yeah, that's just a little thing on like self-development, relationship development that I wanted to share.